This question, okay. Girl, come on, man. I'm talking to you. The person who asked me this question, I'm speaking to you. No.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Hey moms, welcome back to my channel. I've missed you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Today we're having a party, so you came in at the right time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. You guys have your mimosas ready because we're about to have a good time. First and foremost, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. We're at 1,000 subscribers. I can't even put things into words because I can't believe that I got here. I remember celebrating 100 subscribers, 500 subscribers, and now we're at 1,000. I want to just tell you guys thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being patient with me. I know I've been MIA for about maybe a month or 3 weeks, and I apologize. As you guys should already know if you follow me on Instagram at heymoms_. I have been under the weather. I have been sick. No, I don't have corona, so stop asking me if I have corona. I do not have corona. I have just been sick, and I decided to take a little break from social media, from posting vlogs. I also had to close down my cake business for a little bit just because I need to take some time for myself and get myself healthy, you know? I'm feeling a bit better now. So now that that is happening, we are back to regular schedule, and my vlogs will be coming up back every Sunday. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys. I'm so happy that I'm at 1,000 subscribers. Like, it's amazing. And I was gonna get balloons today, like for the party, but they never had any ones, which was ridiculous. So I couldn't get balloons. No. But anyways, thank you guys so much. So today, it's not going to be basically based off of one topic. You guys have sent me some questions or some things that you want to touch on. So I'm going to briefly touch on each subject. I'll read everybody's question word for word, putting any words into anybody's mouth. I'm reading the questions the same way that you guys had sent them to me. And then we'll just have a discussion. So have your drinks ready. Comment below. First of all, let me just say something. I love you guys for subscribing, but I need you guys to comment and like my video. So right now, before we even get into it, just take your little time and press the like button, please. Did you press the like button? You did? Okay, good. Press that like button. You can also press the bell notification. It will notify you when I put up my new videos. Also, if you haven't subscribed and you're just watching, please subscribe. And share my link to my videos. It costs you guys nothing to press the like button when you're watching my videos. So please, I appreciate your support. Just support me a little bit more and press that like button. I really appreciate it. So let's get into it. So I have your questions here in my notebook. So I will read them, and then I will just say my opinion on them. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical degree in psychology. So if you don't like what I have to say, then leave your comment below. But I'm just giving you my opinion. You sent me the question for my opinion, and that's what I'm going to give you. So we all will have different views. I don't want no one trying to bite off my head. I'm just saying this is from my point of view and from my little wisdom that I have gained throughout my 32 years of living, okay? The first question was disciplining teens. So it wasn't really a question, it's a topic. As you guys know, my daughter is 16. She's a teenager. She's going through all those hormones, and the attitude is on 1,000. And sometimes I want to honestly body slam her or punch her in the face, but we can't really be punching them in the face. But disciplining teens, what I do with my daughter. And if I'm laid back, guys, I'm still not feeling 100. So I'm in my room as usual. I'm not in my little YouTubing space yet, but I just want to be comfortable today. So just ignore. So disciplining teens. What I usually do with her is I try to have conversations with her, but sometimes she's unreasonable. So I just take away her phone. Her phone is like her life. Take away her privileges. I have her do extra chores around the house, just things that I know like that can be a consequence to her actions. So I'm try not to punish. I try to give her consequences. So I let her know, like, you know, if I say that you need to do this and it's not doesn't get done, this is what's gonna happen. You're losing your phone privileges, or you're losing your privileges of going outside with your friends. Try and give consequences rather than punishments, because as we know from growing up, punishments, you don't really learn anything. It's like your mom's gonna bust your ass when you get home because you came home late. So you know you're gonna get the bus ass. So you're gonna go out, do whatever you want to do, and come home and take the bus ass. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? So maybe consequences, ground them. I don't know. You have to try different things. Every child is different. So you would have to try different parenting skills and different things with different children. The next one, let me just sip my wine. Girl. Dealing with non-supportive friends. Let me tell you, listen, let's say dealing with non-supportive friends and family, because it happens with family too. I mean, I don't know what kind of advice to give you, but all I say is to distance yourself from people who you feel are not supporting you in any venture, any journey. I have friends, I would say friends, that I don't feel support me in even like my YouTube journey. I don't feel I'm supported in my YouTube journey. My relationship. You know how to deal with people when people show you what their true agenda, what their true feelings are about certain situations. And you have to be able to determine whether this person is genuinely concerned for you or if they're just being negative. Sometimes people are just negative Nancy's, and misery loves company. So, you know what I mean? They're just negative, and anything that you have to do. So like, you know, you start a business and they say something negative regarding the business. You're in a relationship, they say something negative regarding your relationship. If this friend is always negative, then are they really your friend? You got to think about that. If it's just like, you know, you're in a relationship and you know what, I don't even know what example to say, because regardless, anything that you do, your friends should be supportive of you as long as you're not harming yourself. I feel like if my friend wanted to marry somebody across the world and I've never met this person, I feel like that I would be like, you know, if this is something that you really want to do and this is the person who you really love, then I will support it. If it doesn't work out in the end, then it doesn't work out in the end. Like, you know what I mean? That's the type of person that I feel like I am. And not everybody's like that. So how I deal with non-supportive friends and family is a lot of times I'm a person who will just not talk to you. I would just start distancing myself, and then you know how to deal with that friend. Like, you know not to bring certain things to that friend is what we should say. So all I can say is that decide if they're being concerned or if they're being negative. If they're always being negative, then why do you need any type of negative energy in your life? So that's just what I say on that topic. Blended families help. So blended families, so I guess they're meaning like merging two families together as one, which is what a blended family means, which is something that I have to do. It is very difficult to have a blended family, especially when like there's kids involved. When kids are younger, I find when kids are younger, it's easier to blend a family because young kids, they're very impressionable. Like, you know what I mean? You can meet a young child and you can be nice to this child and you can build a relationship with the child because they're young. When the kids are older, they kind of put like a wall in between, and you know, they're used to a certain thing, so they don't really care to build that relationship. So it may be a little harder as they're older. With my personal experience, when I met Miguel, my kids were, so I have three daughters, if you don't know, ages 16, 11, my middle daughter is turning 12 in a couple weeks, and 9. Were only used to seeing their dad around. So I wasn't with their dad for a long time, so we weren't together, and they knew that we weren't together, but they didn't see me dating. They didn't see me with other men. I didn't bring other men around. So when I met Miguel and I realized that me and Miguel were going to be serious and it was a serious relationship, I brought him around. So I was actually terrified to bring him around because I thought that my kids wouldn't accept him. They did accept him. It's hard to get both parties comfortable with each other. So it was a little hard to get Miguel comfortable with saying certain things to my kids, or, you know, When it comes to disciplining, he didn't want to do any of it at the beginning, but you have to have that conversation with your partner, and you have to have the conversation with your children. So I had the conversation with my children. My aunt had a conversation with my children, like, just explain to them that this is someone that your mom loves, and he's coming in as a genuine person. And as long as he's not harming you, then there shouldn't be any pushback. Your father's still your father. He's not replacing your father. He is like an added bonus. Miguel also has a younger son as well. He's 4, and he will be blended into our family very soon. So we're going to have to figure that all out. But the advice that I can give you is just to have the conversations with both your partner and your kids. Whoever you're blending the family with, on whichever side, both sides have to have that conversation with each other. For me, I want Miguel to treat my kids just as his own. So if there's an issue or a disciplining issue, just like how I would expect their father to have a conversation with me about discipline, the same thing with Miguel. He has the right to do that as well. And I would hope vice versa once his son is in our family as well. So this next one. I know my husband is having an affair. Should I say something or leave it alone? Men cheat, right? Girl, let me just say this. Okay, so that term men cheat, I hate it because I don't believe it's true. I believe unhappy people cheat. Men cheat, women cheat, it goes both ways. But the term all men are dogs, that's not true. All men are not dogs. All men don't cheat. All women don't cheat, and all women are not whores. Like, you know what I mean? I don't believe in any of those statements. If somebody's unhappy, then that person may not know how to deal with being unhappy in the relationship, and then they look elsewhere. I don't believe that everybody cheats, and I just don't believe that. So number 1, I know my husband's having an affair. Should I say something? Yes. Why wouldn't you say something? Do you want your husband to have an affair for the rest of your life, or do you want to be wife number 1, wife number 2 for the rest of your life? Like, I'm confused. There's no judgment. I'm not judging anybody because I've been cheated on in the past. I mean, not my husband, but I've been cheated on in the past, and it's not fun. So I know where you're coming from, but you have to say something. You have to speak up for yourself. Don't get used to being treated poorly by somebody just because he's your husband. So I'm not saying for you to go and leave your husband because it's your husband and I'm not in your marriage. And having a boyfriend and having a husband are 2 totally different things. It's not as easy to leave a marriage, especially when you've invested so much time into a marriage, and there may be kids involved in the marriage. There may be a whole bunch of things that we don't know because only you were in your marriage. But you need to get to the root of the problem as to what happened. Why is he cheating? And why does he think this is okay? You have to let him know that it's not okay for him to be having this affair. Unless you're fine with him having an affair and you want to do your own thing, then that's a totally different story. But if deep down, which I would think, that you're not okay with it, then you need to speak up. Have some confidence in yourself and speak up for yourself and let him know that it's not okay, and let him know what you stand for. You keep allowing him to treat you this way, and maybe he even knows, about the affair, and he just doesn't give 2 craps because obviously you don't give 2 craps. So if you allow him to continue to do it, what is going to make him stop? Nothing's going to make him stop. And if he continues to do it, then you need to sit down and think if that's a relationship for you. I know it might not be easy, but it's something that you're going to have to figure out. So I would say, yes, you need to speak up. You need to say something to him, and you need to reevaluate your relationship as well, honey. Sorry to hear, because that's sad. Communication with your spouse, is it key? Communication with your spouse is key. Not everybody's a good communicator. So if you and your spouse both don't know how to communicate with each other, couples therapy is always a good thing. I'm getting into marriage counseling before Corona happened, but then Corona happened, so I don't want to do anything virtually. So I'm kind of waiting for things to open back up so I can get into some marriage counseling before we actually get married. And it's always recommended. You need tools in your relationship to communicate effectively. So effective communicating is totally different than just communicating. You need to be able to hear each other and to listen to each other in order for your relationship to blossom and to work. I mean, if you don't have good communication, then there's going to be things that are wrong in the relationship and you're just going to be unhappy. and you're not going to be able to say anything to your spouse. So yes, I do believe that effective communication is key. Effective is the key word. Effective communication is key. 100%. Dating after a long relationship has ended. Kids are involved, so it's hard for me. It's very hard to get back into the dating scene, especially when you've been in a long relationship and that's all you're used to. The only advice that I could really give you is to just take baby steps doing it. Try going out with friends if you can, even try dating sites, whatever works for you. Just try, but don't be afraid to get back into the dating scene, because everyone deserves to be with a companion if that's what you want in your life. Not everybody wants somebody in their life like that. Kids are involved. I mean, it's anything back with blended families. If their kids are old enough, have a conversation with your kids. Let them know what you are planning on doing. I would say you can do that once you realize that you're in another committed relationship. But I say just go for it. Just put on some nice clothes, go out there and try meeting new people. How to stay organized and get your life on track during COVID. This is a good one. I mean, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you're always home. I work from home, so sometimes I don't even know what day of the week it is. Like, I get up and I log into work and I just, it's like a kind of like a zombie living. The only advice I can give you, because I'm not the biggest organized person, I'll tell you that from now. Make checklists, like make a to-do list for the day and just check them off each day. Have a schedule for your kids. They may be on the TV. They may be watching TV all the time, or they may be on the video game stuff all the time. Have things for them to do throughout the day. Try going outside. But the best thing I can do is do a checklist to keep yourself organized. Try and keep yourself on track with a routine. What should I take into consideration for having another child? I already have 2. So if you want to have another child, so first of all, let me say this. You'll never be prepared for a baby. Babies come and you think you could buy all the new things. You think you could have handbooks, but you're never prepared. It's just kind of like you're learning as you go. Even if you're not a new mother, every child is different. So you're kind of learning new skills as you go. So to be prepared for another child, make sure your other children are not in need of anything. They're not missing anything. So even if that's quality time, make sure you already have the quality time with your kids. So when the new baby comes, they don't feel left out. And when the new baby does come, make sure you still include your kids into the new baby life. Also, your partner, make sure your partner wants to have another child. And I don't know, as long as you feel like you're mentally ready, just go for it. There's not really a lot that you can do to prepare for a child, besides making sure that you're financially stable. And yeah, that's about it. There's not a lot that you can do preparing for a child. Here's another good one. So I'm with this guy and it's not official, but I feel a way asking him if he's with anybody else. Why? Why do you feel a way asking him if he's with somebody else? If you are, especially if you guys are sleeping together unprotected, like, I'm sorry, just ask. Not official. If you want it to be official, that's a totally different thing. But if you're okay with it not being official, you still have every right to know who he's sleeping with, and he has every right to know who you're sleeping with. It's 2020. There's diseases out there. Come on. Like, I don't want him throwing off your pH balance every minute. Like, come on. You need to ask him, hey, are you sleeping with anybody else besides me? It's that simple. It's that simple. Just ask, because you have every right to know. Next question. Unwanted parenting advice. So if you're a new mother, or if you're going to be a new mother, you're going to get parenting advice from everybody. Let me tell you this from now. You're going to get it from your friends. You're going to get it from your mom. You're going to get it from your sister. You're going to get it from your granny. You're going to get it from everybody. The only advice that I can give you is to parent your baby and your child the way you feel fit. You're a mother, just like your mom's a mother, your sister's a mother, your grand. You're a mother as well. You're no less of a mother than anybody because you're a new mother. You are a mother and you are this child's mother. You know how to parent your children or your child. You know the best way. Your mom doesn't know the best way. Your granny doesn't know the best way. I don't care how old your granny is. She doesn't know the best way to deal with your child right now, today. take advice. I'm not saying you don't have to take advice from people, but unwanted parenting advice, some people like, oh, you shouldn't be holding the baby that way, or oh, it's too light in here, turn off the lights, or you should be breastfeeding. Don't ignore them. Who cares? Because you deal with your child how you want to deal with your child. I have received lots of unwanted parenting advice, and the only thing I could say is just don't deal with it. Who cares? Either you shut it down. If you don't want to be rude and shut it down, just let it go in one ear and let it go out the other. My friends and family are asking when I'm going to have a baby. Truth is, we are trying. It's just not working out. See, this is sad. This is sad. I hate when people ask those questions. When are you going to have a baby? Or you're not pregnant yet? Or when you guys get married? I hate those kind of questions. It's none of your damn business. It's none of your business. Do you know how hard it is to bring a child onto this earth? Do you know that it's not easy to have a child? I know it may look easy because, we're women and we're walking around with our bellies and, you know what I mean? It's not easy to have a child. It's easier for some, yes. Some people do the do and they're pregnant like that, and baby comes down 10 months later and we're good to go. But there's a lot of complications that can happen while having a child. There's a lot of complications that can happen while you're pregnant. People have miscarriages. How do you know that this person didn't just have a miscarriage? Like, you know what I mean? These are things that you don't ask people. You don't ask people when you're gonna have a baby. You don't say, oh my God, you guys not pregnant yet? You guys been married for how many years? Why aren't you pregnant? It's none of your goddamn business. Like, women are dealing with infertility. They're dealing with multiple miscarriages. Like, you don't know what someone's going through. So those questions are ridiculous. And I'm so sorry that people are asking you that question, but you need to just honestly shut it down. I hope that it works out for you. If a baby is something you want, then keep trying. I recommend speaking with a physician or OB. I went through a couple miscarriages myself, and I am currently seeing a fertility doctor. So I would recommend it to anybody just to make sure everything's okay. But to the people who ask those questions, stop doing it. It's not okay for you to ask any questions. It is none of your business. Even if you're a mother asking your daughter, it's none of your damn business if your child is ready to bring you grandchildren yet. Like, how selfish do you sound? Your children are not put on the earth to bring you grandchildren. They're not put on the earth to bring you nieces and nephews. That's not what they're put on the earth for. So mind your own business. And if you want someone to have a baby, have one yourself. This question, okay. Girl, come on, man. I'm talking to you. The person who asked me this question, I'm speaking to you. No. Okay, so the question is, guys, I want more kids. Hubby doesn't. I came off my birth control last month. He doesn't know. Should I tell him? Yes. What do you mean, should you tell him? Why, if you and him haven't agreed to have a baby, why did you think that you can make that decision on your own? I understand it's your body and, you're the one who's having the baby, but if he doesn't want a baby, then why are you going to force something on him that he doesn't want? What you need to do is sit down and have a good conversation with your husband and explain to him how important it is to have another baby. If at that time he feels like, okay, let's do it, then great. But if you guys are still not on the same page, tricking him into having a baby is not the way to go about it. I understand the want and need to have another child. I definitely get it. But I don't think that coming off of birth control, it's been a month. You could be pregnant right now. Like, you know what I mean? You need to have a conversation with your husband because, girl, it won't end up good. Like, that's something that could ruin your marriage. That lie, like, it can ruin your marriage. Like, I don't know what more to say, but you need to go and tell him right now. So when you're done watching the vlog and after you press like and subscribe, if you haven't already done that, go and tell your husband that you came off of birth control. Just be honest. Like, that's the only thing that I can say that's going to get you through this, is just being honest with him and let him know how important it is to you to have another baby. If he still doesn't want to have a baby at that time, then I don't know. But you guys need to come to some type of understanding. This sneaking around to have a baby is not the right way to do it. This is the last question, guys. Do you believe in 50-50 with your partner, like rent, mortgage, bills, etc.? So I believe in whatever works for you. There's really not a right answer to this, I don't think. I believe in, I don't believe in one person paying for everything by themselves. Like, a lot of people feel like the man should be the provider and the man should be paying. I mean, if you guys are filthy rich, then that's a totally different story. But if you are just working off of regular incomes, then I don't see why it can't be split, or it can't be a certain percentage based off of incomes. I don't know. Whatever works for you is what I believe should be done. I don't fully believe in the man and woman role kind of thing. Like, I'm traditional, but I'm not that traditional. So I believe that the roles can be switched. The only thing that I don't do garbage. I don't take out garbage. I just don't do garbage. But I have 3 kids and I have a fiance. So if my fiance's not doing it, then one of my damn kids are gonna take out the garbage. I just can't stomach it. But besides that, when it comes to bills and stuff, I mean, we know our budget. We have a budget. We know our bills, and we know who pays for what bill. So that's just how it goes in my household. So that was the last question, and I actually feel so good recording a new vlog. I'm so happy that I'm feeling a little bit better, and I want to start getting out there. I mean, my last vlog, I looked horrible. I was feeling so bad that day, but I need to push something out there. But I'm happy that I'm back. My mimosa's almost done, so I'm going to refill. Again, cheers, guys. Thank you so much for my 1,000 subscribers. I love you guys. Like, I just love doing this. So hopefully you guys stay on the journey with me and my channel can grow. And, you know, I have some things in the works for you guys. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Press the like button. We did this in the beginning. So if you didn't press the like button in the beginning, press it right now. Just stay tuned for the things that I have coming up. I'm also partnering with a company soon. So I will have some discounts for you guys for some new stuff. And it's a Black-owned company. So I'm excited about that as well. But yeah, that's it for today. I missed you guys. Hope you missed me too. And thank you again for my 1,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, Mom.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.